So, the mod has been out for a week. Rolled out a quick patch fixing a few bugs and the sort. Guess I'll talk more about it while it's still relevant. Just wanted to give a quick thanks again for playing and for the feedback as well. Just a little disclaimer, this video was made back in early May, a little while after the mod was released, but at that time I got a new PC, so this video has been completely left forgotten. So keep in mind that I was supposed to release this months ago, but I ended up snorting crack and forgetting about it. The point of this video is to answer the questions you've all given me in the comment section of a post that I've made about a day ago. If you missed out on that, feel free to leave any questions here in the comments as well. I'll try to answer them if I ever find the time to do so. Another point of this video is to showcase the various things that did not end up in the mod, other projects that have been dropped, and just to have a quick retrospective on the past decade. This will also serve somewhat as a replacement for the goodies folder that the current release of the anniversary campaign lacked. So without further ado, let's begin. One of the main methods I'd keep track of various ideas would be using my Notepad app on my smartphone. It would have a single text file containing various lines and paragraphs of ideas. The point of this was to quickly jolt down any bugs or potential features as to not forget about them. When it came time to implement something new or fixing the bug, I would have the app open. Whenever something was implemented or fixed, I would remove the line or paragraph indicating that this requirement has been fulfilled and there's no need to remember it. This means that whatever was left in this text file is a collection of various ideas that have never made it to the final release of the anniversary campaign. So the text file contains these ideas. Number 1. Using Sheen's voice as a generic paint sound. Number 2. Replicating this specific scene for a cutscene after Freeman defeats the final boss. Alternative ending where Ford and Greeman is not a real chosen one, and the whole ending is just one huge Metal Gear reference. A street vendor in Autism Town that sells you tainted food. Shaquille O'Neal's voice line plays when he's getting poisoned. Vortigons of different colors and set of clothes. They would throw gang signs and probably use not only just their lightning but the guns like a Uzi or a Tech 9. The Neighbors from Hell pranking segment in the Autism Town Mall's movie would have had an additional animation for the scientist raging. A small chance that a Barney can give you a can of beer and you can drink together. A chef scientist with chef's knives or cleavers running at you, repeating the phrase "It come with that what?" In addition to the lore, expanding the Gina streamer's character. There would be a simp corner somewhere in Autism Town, preferably the mall, where they watch her streams. A conversation there would sound something like this.
Where did she even show up from? Most likely an industry plant. There's no way she got this popular in like a week.
The same simp corner would have a scientist dressed in all red with a red cap. The scientist would tell you that he's broke because he spent $50,000 on an animation of him and the streamer. Random lines I've wrote down but never had a place to implement them, such as,
"For the younger audience, we have skibbity toilets. All of the profits from this mod will be donated to Africa."
the praying J-man having at least one mode of attacking, a single slap perhaps. The mod would also have featured Maciej Nowinski and his wife, Artificial Hyperintelligence Eve. A billboard sign advertising an open job position for a janitor. Salary is $0, because they do it for free. Minecraft Daycare billboard sign, featuring all the Minecraft YouTubers who have been outed as kiddie diddlers. A manhole under which you can hear someone speaking Yiddish. A new schizo mode called Evidence, where instead of having to protect yourself from the wave of enemies, now you have to protect a laptop from being destroyed, which is in the process of uploading evidence from Epstein's Island. That's kind of it. There are a few other small things written down, but it's just sound bites that never found a place. There are various other things that did not make it into the mod as well. Before I get to it, I'd like to point out a few things as well. A different chunk of the mod's features are recycled things or diluted have made in the past. This includes various maps and weapons. Some of them recycled things were made as an experiment, some were made for other potential projects that never saw the light of day. This is where we enter the next chapter. Back in 2018, I received an email from someone asking if there is something or anything coming out in the future related to Crack Life. So I decided why not reply with the same text-to-speech voice that I use for that one specific scientist that has something wrong with his voice.
Hello Gordon Freeman. After all those years, something is still wrong with my voice.
Apparently, he uploaded that soundbite to YouTube as a way of letting others know that,
Crack life is over.
well, obviously this isn't true anymore, considering that the anniversary edition and the anniversary campaign have been made. But there's one thing I kind of left as a hint, and it's the last sentence.
But do not despair. There is something that might be in the making. Time will tell you when science has gone too far.
Let me introduce to you a dropped and discarded successor to Crack Life. This is a mod that I originally started working somewhere in late 2016, left it untouched throughout 2017, and then continued on in 2018 and essentially dropping it again and picking it up in 2020 perhaps. This is a whole project sheet dedicated with detailed chapters alongside features, weapons, enemies, etc., concepts, and yeah, so far it has around 5 maps in total. Almost all of them were recycled into Crack Life. The maps are final remaining maps. Dr. Oetker's labs alongside the droid sequence. They are of course a lot more detailed in the original mod since the sequences and the smaller areas had to be removed for Crack Life.
As I expected.
Hey, Mr. Freeman. I had a...
I suspected this could happen, but the administrator just would not listen. I hope that odor isn't coming from you. This is madness. I'm getting out of here. expected. And I'm sorry, but those doors will not open.
Yes, but with good reason.
Yes, you see, we're capturing scientists and turning them into creatures.
He doesn't need to hear all this.
Got to get out of here. Yes, you're right. I'm afraid we'll be deviating a bit from standard procedures today. Hold still. This will hurt.
Hello. Hey, what the hell are you doing down here? Get topside!
For the swarm! Ready to kill.
Hello. Fine. You won't even... Thank God. What a relief. Of course. I'll wait right here. All right.
Alright, so snap back to reality. A while ago I made a post on YouTube in which I stated that I was open to various questions regarding the mod and such. So let's see what we got.
What inspired you to make Crack Life in the first place? Boredom or just longing to make something wacky?
Literally boredom. Imagine a 12-year-old playing an SSH mod fuck up and watching YouTube poops whilst wanting to make something like that himself. So something like that was bound to be made with the time I had available.
Judging from the Crack Life campaign, you really like 80s music like the Vice City soundtrack.
And who doesn't?
How much crack per hour will it cost me to run the finished game? Will you ever make a mod for Half-Life 2?
Nope.
What was working on anniversary campaign like? Was anything specific to that mod cut? Will there ever be an FGP or SDK released for the sake of it? Also, how the hell was the clog gun conceived?
It was fun. The most interesting part though was getting to know the Gold Source engine on a slightly deeper level than before. So I spent more time tinkering and seeing what can be added to the game and how much I can mess around with it. This is how the randomizer came to be actually. So anything else that was cut you can see in the video, and yeah, there's gonna be a source code release this time. I haven't deleted anything, just like with the campaign mode. And the claw gun, by the way, was conceived by the idea of trying to make a combination of a grappling hook and a barnacle, ending up being this monstrosity instead.
Have you had any concepts of a more serious Half-Life mod, like Echoes or USS Darkster?
A lot of them. Horror mods, puzzle mods, medieval Master Sword inspired mod, you name it. All faded out through... yeah, and nothing came to be of them, to be honest. So, yeah, as soon as I get bored of the idea, it just got deleted and dumped instantly.
Have you been on the opening?
No, I have been on the closing.
What is your real name, and why is the mod so offensive? What was your favorite part of the new campaign mode to work on? What was the most difficult/challenging part of the mod to work on? How did you become so good at modding, and what tips can you give out to aspiring mod devs?
Yeah, and thanks for the compliment. The most fun was either making new enemies almost from scratch, or coming up with new guns and overall just something that you wouldn't expect in a Half-Life mod, like shopping mechanics or a phone in which you get a story-based phone call. The biggest challenge would be trying to debug whatever is causing the mod to crash, or just mapping in general, because it can get pretty tedious after a while. The beer can throwing contest minigame was also a tedious process because it was buggy as hell initially, and it might still be. I had to iron the living hell out of it quite often just to keep it from breaking every now and then. And yeah, my main tip would be this, practice makes perfect. Honestly, just screw around and try doing the wackiest shit ever. You usually get the best ideas later on while doing so. Also, try learning from pre-existing code by copying it slightly and adjusting it and seeing what happens. Most of the code in this mod honestly is poorly written, and I barely use any inheritance. That's, usually should be expected in object-oriented programming code. But whatever.
What's the purpose of Crack Life? Does it have a meaningful message?
The purpose of Crack Life is to see how much you can screw the game up, but still keep it playable. The later iterations then tried seeing if you can keep the steaming heap of garbage enjoyable.
How old were you when you first made Crack Life? Any advice you'd give to a soon 19-year-old chud soul like me?
Yeah, I was 5 years old when I first released Crack Life. It's too late for you, bro. You might as well give up now. You will never achieve anything in life because you're too old now. The most successful people in history founded their empires in their early childhood years, or at least in their early teens. So you gotta be at least 12 to make your first $1 million. Otherwise, it's completely over for you, bro. That's it. Just get the rope. All jokes aside, just set an alarm clock and establish a routine and just do something. Honestly, make a huge goal, divide it up into tiny little biteable chunks, and just try doing something. The hardest part is the start, really.
Can you make a playlist or something of all the songs you used in Crack Life?
Can't be bothered, but I might do that someday, I guess.
Why don't you add the whip to the Crack Life campaign mode?
Didn't feel like it, to be honest.
Soon make a posing Force anniversary. What made you stick with modding Gold SRC instead of trying to mod other games?
Love me engine, love me Half-Life.
Which were the hardest NPC to make in all the Crack Life tests?
George Droid, because he has a special AI handler that forces him to find enemies in the proximity, because I needed him to automatically start killing everyone in the level, but only after a certain trigger. He would often get stuck or just stay idle instead, so I had to, let's just say, bend his AI every now and then.
Where do you get your ideas from? What happened to your original dev commentary video for campaign mode? I remember long ago that you played campaign mode while you were talking about your time with developing the mod.
I think it got a copyright strike down, I think. I don't know. I'll see.
When you brainstorm ideas, how do you decide which will be funny and entertaining enough?
Yeah, if this is me after remembering the same idea half an hour later, then the idea is good.
Have you ever considered modding HL2 at some point? Also, what do you think about the original Crack Life looking back?
I did, but then I realized I'd have to spend a lot of time learning the hoops of the source engine instead, so I'd stay with the gold source instead. As for the original Crack Life, I'm honestly surprised at the level of infamy this mod gained, and I love it. No regrets, to be honest.
Do you even lift?
Of course I fucking lift! Have you seen my goddamn muscles? Have you seen these?
What made you want to create this new Crack Life mod? And what has made you stick around with Crack Life for so long?
I felt like modding, and the time was ripe to celebrate a 10-year anniversary and make a comeback of sorts.
Is Crack Life going to continue with new campaigns?
Nope.
Here's another question. There was a mod in Spanish that was like Crack Life. It was called Bad Life Megatron, and there is an Italian mod called Misavida Unitalica Modificationer.
That implies the possible existence of a Russian Crack Life called Crack Жизнь, and the possible Lithuanian translation called Krako Gyvenimus.
Will there be a new Crack Life mode after the Crack Life anniversary campaign?
Nope.
Do you know about Crack Life Resurgence? It has add-on for Gary S mod.
Nope.
Will there be a sequel to Crack Life? Like Half-Life 2 but good?
Nope.
It's Jover.
Yeah, it really is Jover, bro.
XANSH3FGWS mod Gavin says XANSH3 people S make crack life anniversary camping mode people S says XANSH3 FGWS make port people S crack life anniversary camping mod smiley face.